Welcome and thank you for joining me. I have an article here. It says White Men's Hostility to Black Women, a Deeper Look. It reads, census data reveals that the interracial marriage rate of black women and mainly white men has only modestly increased from 1% in 1970 to 4.1% in 2000. Research also shows that black women are overwhelmingly excluded as interracial dating partners, with one study showing that white men exclude black women as dating options at 93%. First, with this first paragraph, it is bullshit already. I myself have dated interracially, and I've dated two white males, and I had no problem in getting attention from a white male. So I don't know who wrote this. It says Brittany, so I can only guess that this is Becky, and she's going to twist the story so it can stroke her ego, and it is an ego stroking article, because that's a lie. Actually, all the person did was flip the data. The data is mostly black women exclude white men as dating options. In my own family, I have black women who they've never dated a white man. They will not entertain white men. They can find white men attractive, but they've never been with a white man and really don't want to. Only me and another one of my sisters has ever dated. And my other sister, she has a child by a black man. Like I said, dated, yes. Married, no. Entertaining as of now, no. But the interest level is very high. There is no problem with any black woman getting a white man. I don't know where this is coming from. The only place that this could be coming from is a Becky that needs her ego stroked, and she wants to feel like she is the most important thing in the world because she has absolutely nothing better to do. But moving on. The long-standing, persistent exclusion of black women as a heterosexual partner for white men and other men of color continue to exist in a society that today prides itself on color blindness, and that's not even a word. Quantitative polls that measure racial attitudes of whites today show a marked decrease in racial hostility. Lies. However, these polls do not account for the complexities of front stage and backstage racism, whereby whites manipulate racial performance for the settings that they are in. We know that, white people manipulate statistics, manipulate everything to make them look good. It's a disgusting creature nation that we live in, and we are leftover cargo. Who is going to put us on a pedestal? The only thing that, this nation does is use us because they're too weak. With sports, entertainment, all of it. We have the talent. So that's why we're here. And the lie of heterosexual black women cannot find white men and other men of color to, be with is another damn lie from a psychotic creature named Becky, who again wants to feel like the most desirable when she's not even the most desirable with her own men. A lot of white men are going here, there, and everywhere, especially with Asian women, To sit here and say, me myself, I've dated white men, a slew of black men, and also Hispanic men as well. Never had a problem with someone, trying to pick me up of different races. Period. Black women do not have an issue with finding someone who wants to be with them. A lot of black women are experiencing the issue because they want to be married and they're looking for their ideal black man. That's the issue. But again, this is someone just taking the bullshit that's being put out there and twisting it in their crazy ass mind and making it something that it's not. And black people are contributing to this, especially when you have black men putting their dog ass Becky up there. If she's not a damn beauty queen or a supermodel, you really need to put a bag over her head or not put her on camera, because it makes you look stupid. Putting them up there saying they're wonderful, they're beautiful, even though they'll kill you at the drop of a dime, or have their friend, brother, father come kill you if you piss them off. She's so beautiful, she's so moral, she's so this, she's so that. And this is contributing to that as well. And it's funny to me, like, white people don't even have to perpetuate the bullshit. We perpetuate the bullshit on their behalf. And then they run with it. It makes them feel so good. It says here, to understand the phenomenon of black women's consistent exclusion by white men, which is bullshit, I examine 132 contemporary white men's thoughts, opinions, perspectives, and emotional reactions to black women as they express in depth online questionnaires. The findings reveal overwhelmingly that the white male respondents, despite most admittedly having very limited experiences with black women, have held grossly negative views of them as culturally defunct, domineering, welfare queens, and unattractive unless representing a white aesthetic. For example, one respondent stated the following when sharing his thoughts about black women, which is bullshit. Again, it just continues to pile up. These 134 contemporary racist ass alt-right KKK men. Like I said, I am a black female. I have never had any problem with, I've had to chase them off. I've had to yell at them and tell them to get away from me because I wasn't interested. But yet you have this just, these lies, and it's not because of us. It's not even for us. It's not even directed at black women. It's to make white women feel good. That's what this article, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what this is not. It's to make them feel like everyone loves them and wants them, when it's bull. The only reason is because they will get on their knees and they will open their legs and they're pretty easy and they're down for the freaky shit. There's just some things that they will do that black women will not do. And I've heard white men say it, I've heard black men say it, and hell, it's even came out of their mouth, because I'll ask. If I want to know something, I will ask. And it says here that they have negative views, talking about defunct culturally. There is not a culture that has as much disgusting shit in its background as in a white culture, which they don't even have a culture. It's just them. They're crazy and they're not crazy. They're demons. They're demonic. they have no souls, they have demons in them when they, have certain mentalities and carry out these wicked, horrible things. They were born without a soul, they were born with a demon. Domineering, really? So this is why your women, have this feminist movement going on, talking about they want to cut their men's balls off and all this crazy stuff. And this was from a white feminist woman. I even have a video where I said there was a white woman who called up crying because on her, benefits or whatever it was, she had MRS in front of her name, which she had been married for 40 years, but she says she's a feminist and she's not a man's property because of their domineering ways that they've done and things they've done to their women. But we're domineering. But anyway, welfare queens, no. All it does is take a quick little bit of research and you will see the majority of people on welfare are white people. So their women are the queens. I'm sorry. It's the truth. That's what it is. I worked in, the Family and Social Services Division. I saw it. I know who was calling up about their, food stamps being cut off and cussing people out. So that it is what it is. And unattractive unless in having white features. Okay, so that's why a lot of their women are going to get surgery. They are literally cutting themselves up, which a lot of people will say, oh, black women bleach. That's a mental thing. That's from being underneath tyranny and terrorism. Not the same as white women. You cannot match the two. White women have been put on the pedestal, which means that they should not be touching their face. They should not be doing anything to enhance beauty because they are the standard. If you are a white female, you are beautiful. You put a period on that. You should not be trying to do anything to your face, your skin, or anything at all. Hair, nothing. You just step out, no makeup, no nothing. You are the epitome of beauty. That's how they've been set up. But they are literally cutting their faces up. They are tanning their skin. They are wearing braids. They are just taking parts of our culture. We're ugly. We are unattractive. We have big lips, but yet Kylie goes and gets lips and injections to get what we have naturally, and she's just the most beautiful thing. Angelina Jolie, every time a negroid feature is on them, oh, it's so beautiful, but they are the most beautiful. It doesn't add up. So that's not true. That's coming from a Becky's insecurity, or these men are racist, or they are hurt. And I kind of do know where the majority of that's coming from, but I'll read on. Just the term black woman conjures up thoughts of an overweight, dark-skinned, loud, poorly educated person with gold teeth yelling at somebody in public. I hope that doesn't make me racist, but honestly, that's the first thing I think of. White male responded. Like I said, it does make him racist because if you are so intelligent and you are so smart and you are so contemporary and you have so many thoughts and you're so educated with such a high IQ, you know good and damn well that every black woman is not overweight, dark skin. We have different shades, loud, poorly educated, many educated black women, and do not have gold teeth and yelling in public. Those are stereotypes. It's racist. He's a racist. And that's exactly what I said. They interviewed a few racists. This respondent in middle class with no black female friends rarely interacts with black families growing up, and who stated his interaction with black women only consisted of work-related experiences, yet he expressed strong racialized, gendered, and class views of black women at the first expression that comes up in his mind. That's because he is a racist, and like I said, anybody with that mindset, they don't have a soul, they have a demon in them. So they're only telling you what they see, and what pops up in their mind, because they're not a regular person with a soul. They have a demon in them. Another respondent, a middle-class white male in his 40s, stated the following about black women and attraction. Sexual attraction for me is a combination of physical and personal attributes. If I find a black woman attractive, it is because her hair type and facial features are more representative of Caucasian race. If that aspect is attractive, then their speech and intelligence level would have to be more representative of that found more prevalent in other races such as Caucasian, Asian, Mongoloids. This respondent, despite admitting to have no close female friends and few personal interactions with black women, place white and Asian as naturally more intelligent than black. Again, like I said, they are talking to a bunch of racist, disgusting creatures with no soul and demons in place of their soul. So, of course, they are going to tell you something like this. And it says, my research disputes convention notions that only a few uneducated Southern bigots hold such strong-seated, deep racist and sexist views of black women. The white male respondent in the study currently holds current and future leadership positions in society, with 42% possessing some college education, 30% a bachelor's degree, and over 48% are middle class. And again, this is from Brittany. Like I said, but that's Becky. And when they say, having more Caucasian features, if this was the case, their women would not be cutting up their face. Their women would not be tanning themselves to cancer and leather, and their women would not be getting ass injections. They would not be getting breast implants. They would not be trying to emulate the natural features of African American women or African women. You have Rachel Dolezal. There's another woman on Instagram who tans her skin dark. She has braids, and you just see it all over. There's a lot of them trying to look racially ambiguous as if they're mixed and not white. So that right there tells you, this is nothing but BS. And most of these men they're not racist. Like, there is a group of them. They are racist, soulless creatures with demons in them. But the majority of them are lying and bullshitting you. They are saying this because this is what the collusion is doing. They have to say that they are the best, their women are the best, so they can perpetuate this white supremacy. But in actuality, I say a few years ago, I was on social media, and there was this white man who just would not stop. He kept on, he tries to say he's a good man with a good job and all this other stuff, and he's just putting down black women. And I had enough, so I went after him and telling him what is his problem, why is he even here if he has such an issue with black women. And it just went on like that until one day he broke down and he told the truth. And I'm like, I haven't cussed you. I haven't said anything negative to you. I haven't done anything. So what is your problem with black women? Because when you are talking about black women like that, you're talking about me, you're talking about my family, my sisters, and you're generalizing black women. So what is your problem? How would you like it, if I generalize Caucasian women like that to you? He said, oh, black women are dismissive of white men. They don't give white men a chance. They don't talk to white men. Whenever I try and approach a black woman, she gives me this attitude. She's rolling her eyes and like she wants nothing to do with me. And I said, what does that have to do with me or any other woman? If you wanted a black woman so bad, you would remain being a gentleman. And if somebody is not interested, you would move on to the next woman until you find someone who is interested. And he was trying to say, oh, that's true, and if more women acted. So I just dismissed it because I basically saw what was going on. And it's like I've been saying, this has nothing to do with black women being a certain size, having certain features, or their intelligent level. It's not, because it's bullshit. You have seen too many black women who are intelligent in high positions. And if you're going about your day in the world, and there are white people who live in a bubble, but he works around intelligent black women who hold jobs around him. So this whole picture that he's drawing is just something that his racist ass friends and family have, given him. And it's just something to say to make sure that his own knows that he is in collusion with them, that he has allegiance with them. Because it has been a consistent thing of white males being aggressive on social media towards black women because black women are not available to them. They are being hostile. They are being pushy. They are being even predatory because they don't have the access that they want to black women. Black women are not going to let their men treat them like shit. So what makes these white men think that just because you have money that black women are just gonna let you just run all over them like you do your women? No. And we know what the white women say about them. So we're like, we could just stay with our own men and avoid that and the racial issue that may come up. But this article is bullshit perpetuated by Becky and her low self-esteem, and this is a few studies with a few racists involved, and the majority of these white men are angry white men who want to touch on a black woman but does not have the access to touch on a black woman. And I got that from the horse's mouth. So I'll leave the article in the description box below. You tell me what you think, and I'll see you next time.